Greetings and welcome to another Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team video, where today I'm going over the Deathwatch Kill Team for Kill Team. But before we go into things, thanks goes to the Games Workshop providing this to review for free. As always, I aim to be honest, impartial and constructively critical. Remember, please remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Let me know what you thought of today's video. Remember, I've got Discord you can check out for free in the episode description below, and a affiliate code my own games, and a affiliate and Discord code at Crossfire Games, and a Patreon if you want to give me some more support. But let's get on with the video. So starting off with the Deathwatch Kill Team roster, you have a 5 operative kill team. You have the archetypes of Seek and Destroy and Security, which are now amazing. Really good. So you have 5 operatives to select from the following list. You've got the Watch Sergeant, the Aegis, the Blade Master, the Bombard, the Breacher, the Demolisher, Disruptor, Gunner, Head Taker, Horde Taker, and Marksman. And your kill team can include each operative only once, and you can only include up to 1 Gravis operative. Now, there's something you may have missed here, but you don't have to take a leader. Because, spoilers, they're all leaders in a way. But yeah, so you've got a very flexible kill team loadout, but it's a very interesting selection. Going over the faction rules, you've got Veteran Astartes. During each friendly operative's activation, it can perform either 2 shoot actions or 2 fight actions. If it's 2 shoot actions and an auxiliary grenade launcher, frag cannon, heavy plasma incinerator, infernus heavy bolter, plasma pistol, or stalker bolt rifle is selected for both, 1 additional action point must be spent for the second action. So if you wanted to shoot twice with those guns, it will first cost 1 action point, then 2. Each friendly Deathwatch operative can counteract regardless of its order. Whenever it does, it can perform an additional 1 AP action for free during that counteraction, but both actions must be different. So no, there, you know, if you thought Raveners were special, it turns out Deathwatch are even specialer. So they can also change their order. They can do any free action for free. So they could charge, fight, reposition 2 inches, shoot like fight, shoot. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Then you've got special issue ammunition. Once per turning point, when a friendly operative is performing the shoot action in the select weapon step, you can use this rule. If you do, select one of the following weapon rules to use for the operative's range weapon to have until the end of that action. This rule cannot be used with explosive grenades or melter bombs. So you can give a weapon Blast 1. You cannot select if the profile has been used with Torrent, Devastating 1, Lethal 5-up, Piercing 1, Rending, Saturate, Severe. Now, this looks fine on paper until you remember it also works with weird weapons like the plasma gun, the heavy plasma incinerator. So I think they forgot this should only work with bolt weaponry, but otherwise it's great. Yeah, it's really good. It's only once per turning point, so you can't do it every time you activate an enemy operative, a friendly operative. But it's an interesting way. Like you've got effectively, you don't get balance, but you can give something like Piercing 1, which is very useful. You know, like Saturate, Severe. Very nice selections there. Now we have the strategy ploys. So starting off, you have mission tactics. Select, conceal, or engage. Whenever a friendly operative is shooting against or fighting against an enemy operative that has that order, that friendly operative's weapons have the balanced weapon rule. So this is kind of weird. Your opponent does have counterplay, but it really depends, because if you just choose engage, like if your opponent is playing defensive turning point 2, so turning point 2 you can go conceal, and then turning point 3 onwards you can go engage. So you do have some counterplay, like, you know, it's not a free reroll, but it's still solid. Then you've got the long vigil. Whenever an operative is shooting a friendly Deathwatch operative that's within your territory, you can reroll 1 of your defense dice, which is nice. The shield that slays. Whenever a friendly Deathwatch operative is within your opponent's territory, normal and critical damage of 4 or more inflicts 1 less damage on it. Now, this is very good, and you'll see why it's probably too good, but don't worry about it, it's fine. It's very nice. And then you've got And They Shall Know No Fear. You can ignore any changes to the stats of friendly Deathwatch operatives from being injured, including their weapon stats. This is just a standard Loyalist Marine ability, so nothing special there. Then for Firefight Ploys, you've got Suffer Not the Alien. Use this Firefight Ploy after rolling your attack dice for a friendly Deathwatch operative. If it's shooting or fighting against an operative that doesn't have the Chaos or Imperium keyword, you can reroll any of your attack dice. So you can spend a CP to get Relentless. Very, very good. Then you've got Auspicator Tracking. Uses Firefight Ploy whenever Deathwatch operative is counteracting. Before it performs any actions, you can change its order. So if your opponent gets within 2, shoots you and doesn't kill you, you can switch to engage, charge, and fight them. It's amazing. Then you've got Advanced or Spec Scan. Uses Firefight Ploy when a friendly operative performs a shoot action. Until the end of the activation or counter actions, its ranged weapons have the Saturate weapon rule and enemy operatives cannot be obscured. Very good, powerful anti-shooting tech. And then you've got Transhuman Physiology. Uses Firefight Ploy when an operative is shooting a friendly Deathwatch operative. In the roll defense dice step, you can turn a normal into a crit instead. So standard for Primaris Marines. Very solid repertoire of ploys there. Very, very good. Going on to the operatives, I've decided to try and be positive for this video. Today's video is brought to you by the letter R, restraint, because there was no restraint used when making this team. So starting off with your leader, optional leader, I may add, your Deathwatch Sergeant. He has 3 APL, 6-inch move, 3 up save, and 15 wounds. This is the standard profile for all your non-Gravis and Phobos Marines. He's got a Plasma Pistol, which is 4 attack, 10 on freeze, 3-5, range 8, piercing. Then Supercharge, which is 4 attack, 10 on freeze, 4-5, range 8, hot, lethal 5 up, piercing 1. Then he's got a Power Weapon, 5 attack, 10 on freeze, 4-6, lethal 5 up. He's got Adaptable Armory. You can select one additional equipment option. Amazing. It's really good. That's really good. Then you've got Strategic Command. You can do each of the following once per battle if this operative is in the kill zone. So you can use a Deathwatch Strategy Ploy for 0 CP, and you can use a Deathwatch Firefight Ploy for 0 CP. So effectively, he gives you 2 free command points and a free equipment choice. So you get 5 equipment choices. So you basically always take him. You don't need to take him, but you do because he adds so much to your kill team. We can kind of see why they nerfed the veteran sergeants for Angels of Death, but I don't think they needed to do that. But regardless, he's on a 32 mil base and he's amazing. I think you still always take him even though you don't have to. Then you got the Aegis. He has a 2-up armor save, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. He's got a Bolt Pistol, which is 4 attacks, 8 on freeze, 3-4, range 8. Then a Power Maul and Storm Shield. So 5 attacks, 8 on freeze, 4-6, shock shield. So shield, whenever this operative is fighting or retaliating with this weapon, each of your blocks can be allocated to block 2 unresolved successes instead of 1. This is standard for all kind of shield operatives. Then you've got Storm Shield. Whenever an operative is shooting this operative, worsen the X of the piercing weapon rule by 1 if any. No, therefore piercing 1 would be ignored. So he has a 2-up armor save, downgrading piercing by 1. So melters are only piercing 1 against him. And remember, if you spent a CP and he's in enemy territory, he's also -1 damage taken if they're doing 4 more damage. I think you always take the Aegis. I think he walls a lot of kill teams by themselves. Not only does he mess up melee kill teams because he can double block, you can't shoot him to death because of the 2-up save. You would need to make sure you're hitting with all 4 attacks, or you've got like a 5 or 6 slice weapon. But otherwise, he's amazing. He's so good. He's scary. Scary for your opponent and amazing if you're a Deathwatch player. Then you've got the Deathwatch Blade Master Veteran. He's got a special issue Bolt Pistol, which is 4 attacks, 8 on freeze, 3-4, range 8, piercing 1. The Xenophase Blade Dual Profile, which is 4 attacks, 8 on freeze, 4-6, brutal, lethal 5 up. And then he's got a Xenophase Blade Power Phase Sweep, which is 4 attacks, 8 on freeze, 4-6, brutal, lethal 5 up, phase sweep. So he's got Adaptive Swordsmanship, so you can ignore any changes to the hit stat of this operative Xenophase Blade. Whenever this operative is fighting or retaliating, you can also resolve one of your successes before the normal order. If you do, it must be used to block, so you can always block first. And even when he's fighting, he can actually double block. So you could block and then block again. Then you've got Phase Sweep. Whenever this operative performs a fight action with this weapon profile, if it is incapacitated, it can immediately perform a free fight action afterwards. But you must select this weapon profile, and it can only fight against each enemy operative within its control range once per activation or counteraction using this weapon profile. This takes precedence over action restrictions, and you continue to perform free fight actions until this operative is incapacitated or has fought every enemy operative within its control range. Now, I play a lot of Galapox, and we have someone I'd like to call Mr. Tentacle Monster. So he's 6 attacks, hitting on 4s, 3-4, and then his sweep attack is 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, 3-4. This dude's sweep attack is 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, 4-6, brutal, lethal 5 up, phase sweep. He can charge into 3 operatives, and he will kill 3 operatives if they have 10 wounds or less. His phase sweep should have been 3 attacks. At 4, it's crazy. And you have to remember, he can block first. So if it goes badly, he'll just double block you out and just stay there. You can't injure him or worsen his stats, so he's always hitting on at least 3s, and he's amazing. You definitely take him into like horde teams because he can just charge, and instead of going, oh, I'm going to fight 2 operatives, you'll charge 2 operatives, phase sweep, kill them both, and then you can shoot. He's so good. He's even good into other elite kill teams, especially other melee kill teams, because he also has brutal, so you can't even parry him out, and he can parry you out first. It's like he feels like a movie Marine, because remember, he also ignores hit changes, parries first. He's got brutal. He's amazing. You always take him. Don't worry, he's fine. He's fine. Well, you take him. I mean, I think you just still always take him. He's so good. Then you've got the Bombard Veteran. So this is your first Gravis operative. So it has 5-inch move and 18 wounds instead. It's got a bolt pistol, and then it's got a frag cannon, shell, or shrapnel. For shell, it's 4 attack, on freeze, 5/7 piercing 1. And then shrapnel is 5 attack, on freeze, 4/5 torrent 2. And then it's got fists, 4 attack, on freeze, 3/4. He's just a walking gun, which is all right. Like, he's nothing crazy, but he's just kind of okay. Like, it's really weird. Even to, like, maybe if I was into certain elite kill teams, I'd take him. He's very nice. It's really interesting with the torrent profile, especially on Gallo Dark, like condensed veterans, condensed environments. But otherwise, it's a good operative. Then you've got the Breacher Veteran. So he's an auxiliary grenade launcher. So frag, which is 4 attack, on freeze, 2/4 blast 2. Then you've got the Crack, which is 4 attack, on freeze, 4/5 piercing 1. Then you've got the Hellstorm Bolt Rifle, which is 4 attack, on freeze, 4/5 torrent 1. Then you've got a Melter Bomb. He strapped to his ass. 4 attacks, on freeze, 5/3, range 3, devastating 3, heavy reposition only, limited 1, piercing 2, and then he's got fists. He's amazing. He's got a Melter Bomb, and even his Hellstorm Bolt Rifle is still 4/5, and he can give it piercing 1, you know, when you shoot. So it's not like he's horrible. He's a really great defensive tool, especially I think you mainly take him into elite operatives, but he can even flex into hordes because of that Hellstorm Bolt Rifle. It's just really good, and he's still got the auxiliary grenade launcher. So you can go Crack, and then you can use specialist your ammunition to give you like piercing crits 1 on your Hellstorm Bolt Rifle. So very, very good. Like a really great operative. If you're taking your Gravis operative, it's probably this guy. Then you've got the Demolisher Veteran. He's got bolt pistol and a heavy thunder hammer, which is 5 attack, on 4, 6/7, shock stun. He's got brutal assault. Whenever this operative is fighting, his heavy thunder hammer has the brutal weapon rule. Whenever this operative performs the charge action, his heavy thunder hammer has the ceaseless weapon rule until the end of the action or counteraction, or activation or counteraction. He's got aggressive force. Whenever this operative is fighting or retaliating, subtract 1 from the damage stat of weapons the enemy operative has in that sequence to a minimum of 2. So this also stacks. So a power weapon with your, -1 damage ploy will do 4 damage on a crit into this dude. So he's crazy. He's really good into elites because he will charge them. He will have ceaseless, and he will double fight with ceaseless for the whole activation. And he's 6/7, and he'll just murder them. Right? He's even great into 7 wound operatives because if he rolls a crit, 7 wounds immediately kills, and even 8 wound operatives. He's very good. Amazing. Really, really fine. Then you've got your Disruptor Veteran. He's your Phobos Marine, so he's got a 7-inch move and 13 wounds instead. He's got a Marksman Bolt Carbine, which is 4 attacks, hitting on freeze, 3/4 lethal 5-up, and then fists. He's got Advanced Omni Scramble. As a Strategic Gambit, select 1 enemy operative visible or within 6 of this operative, then roll 1d6. In the following firefight phase, the enemy operative cannot be activated or perform actions until one of the following is true. Your opponent has activated a number of enemy operatives equal to the result of the d6. It's the last enemy operative to be activated. This is too good, right? This is what I kind of feared. I was expecting the operatives they take from other kill teams to just be a little bit better. Like maybe the same operative with some Deathwatch flavor. I did not expect them to be the overdrive versions of these operatives. So he's better than the whole Phobos Strike team, kill team. But the problem is D6 is too powerful, especially into other elites. His ability is worse on Galadark, obviously, because you can't see as much. But I think it should have been D3 or D3+1. It is very powerful, and I think you still always take the Disruptor. Because also, he gives you 3 command points. So for Auspex Triangulation, the advanced Auspex and Firefight ploy costs you 0 CP when both of the following are true. This operative isn't within control range of enemy operatives, and the target of that shoot action the primary target, if relevant, is visible to this operative. No, it doesn't have to be this operative performing the shoot action. So as long as you can see someone, you can just use Auspex triangulation for free every turning point. So this makes him really useful. He's not so great into elites unless the opponent is relying on being obscured, but he is so good. Because even into elites, you pick someone and you roll a 5 or 6 to delay them, they're effectively activating last. You can just, he's so useful. Like, it's kind of too good. It's very powerful, and I think you still always want to take him. Then you've got your gunner veteran. He has a bolt pistol and then heavy plasma in his incinerator. So the standard profile is 5 attacks, hit on freeze, 4/6 piercing 1, and then supercharge, which is 5 attacks, hit on freeze, 5/6 hot, lethal 5-up piercing 1, and then fists. So he's got a really big plasma gun, really big. He is great into elites because he's 5 attacks. Because it's 5 dice, he effectively has pseudo piercing 2, because even if they make 2 saves, they're still taking 3 damage, like 3 dice worth of damage. So if you roll 5 hits into a Marine, they are going to take 15 damage and die. So, well, if you're going hot anyway, which you will with this guy. So he's great into elite kill teams, and even into horde kill teams. He's a really useful operative. But remember, if he's trying to fire twice, he's just stuck there costing 3 AP. But move, dash, plasma, incinerator, damn, very good. Then you've got your head taker veteran. He's got a special issue bolt pistol, which is 4 attacks, hit on freeze, 3/4, range 8, piercing 1. And then you've got combat knives, 5 attacks, hit on freeze, 4/5. He's got the grav shoot and grapnel launcher, so whenever this operative is climbing, treat the vertical distance as 2 regardless of how far you move, and when you drop, ignore vertical distance. Standard Reaver stuff. And then you've got clandestine head taker. This operative can perform the charge action while it has a conceal order. When this operative is fighting against an operative that it wasn't visible to at the start of the activation or counter action, the first time you strike during that sequence, you can immediately resolve another of your successes as a strike before your opponent. Good. You know what he's hilarious into? Eldari kill teams, because as long as he starts without line of sight, he charges on conceal, charges into them, does 8 damage, immediately one-shot someone. Like, and remember, you can do it against 2 operatives. So you could charge 2 operatives that he wasn't visible to and immediately do 8 damage to both. He's very good. He actually doesn't have the odd Reaver mask, so he doesn't make opponents like -1 for contesting and controlling objectives and like +1 for doing mission actions. But when you're playing into 8 wound teams, my gosh, he's just going to murder people, and he's going to be a monster on Gallo Dark kill zones. Very good. Then you've got your Horde Slayer veteran. He has a bolt pistol, and then he has the Infernus Heavy Bolter, the flame profile, which is 5 attacks, 8 on 2s, 3/3 range 8, saturate torrent 2. Then the focused bolt, 5 attacks, 8 on freeze, 4/5 piercing crits 1. Then you've got the sweeping bolt, which is 4 attacks, 8 on freeze, 4/5 piercing crits 1, torrent 1. So he's got a lot of flexibility there. The only issue is he's kind of weak, and I kind of find the frag cannon does a better job. This is more like the lore accurate weapon. It's a shame the flame profile just doesn't cost 1 AP to fire, because the entire Infernus Heavy Bolter costs, it's no matter what profile, it's 3 AP if you want to fire twice, because otherwise you could have repositioned, done the focus bolt, then did the flame. But it is, if someone's really bunching up, it's useful, but I don't think you're taking this operative. Then you've got the Marksman veteran. He has a Stalker bolt rifle, which is mobile, 4 attacks in on freeze, 3/4, and then the heavy profile, which is 4 attacks in on 2s, 3/5, heavy dash only, lethal 5-up, piercing crits 1. Then he has fists. He has Vigilant Marksman. He can perform the guard action in any kill zone, and then when using the close quarters rules, once per turning point after this operative performs a free shoot action on guard, it can immediately perform a free guard action. However, if it does, it cannot counteract, nor guard twice if it's counteracted. So effectively, you can go on guard, then shoot, then go back on guard when you're playing like Gallo Dark or Tomb Mode. So he is still useful on normal kill zones because he can perform the guard action. Remember, his weapon profile doesn't have silent. So you'd have to go on guard. So you'd have to reposition, go on engage, and on guard. But he's actually really useful on even on open kill zones into like 7-8 wound teams. Applies a lot of threatening pressure. So he's really good. And especially on Gallo Dark, you could lock down rooms. So you can stop your opponent moving up, which is really useful. He's once again more of a tech piece operative. And then just covering a new part, your marker token guides. So going over what your tokens do inside the kill team box, so you can better show off your abilities. Now we go on to the equipment. So you've got ammunition reserve. Once per battle, you can use the special issue ammunition faction rule for up to 2 shoot actions during one turning point, but you must select different weapon rules for both uses. This takes precedence over normal special issue ammunition. So this is kind of okay, but because you can't double up on the same ammunition and it's only once per battle, I don't think it's very useful. It does, you know, when the turn you commit, it means you get more special issue ammunition, but I don't think you really need it. I think it's just fine to have if you like to, you know, flex out like that, but it's not necessary. Then you've got the Sanctus V Bioscryer Cuffs. Once during each friendly operative's activation, before or after it performs an activation, if it's not within control range of enemy operatives, you can use this rule. If you do so, select one of the following. You regain D3 lost wounds, you remove any changes to the APL stat, or remove one of the following tokens the friendly operative has before its activation effects are resolved. So you've got the Neutron Fragment, Poison, or Terrachem. This equipment piece is crazy. Not only is it not once per turning point, it's once per operative, and it's any point during their activation. So even if you're trying to counterplay it by charging them, all they do is have to kill you, and then they can just choose to regain D3 wounds. Now, this should be once per turning point. It's insane the way it works. It means every operative, you can't pin them down. If you're trying to counterplay with stun grenades into Deathwatch, it's pointless. Don't waste it. If you're a Vespid player, your Neutron Fragment token will just get removed for free. There's nothing you can do about it. If you're poisoning, like Death Guard can't even poison this team reliably. Like, it's crazy. And it's not once per turning point, it's once per operative, any point during their activation. You always take this because it's fine. It's balanced. Then you've got digital weapons. Once per turning point, when a friendly operative performs the fight action, at the start of the roll attack dice step, you can use this rule if you do inflict 1 damage on the enemy operative in that sequence. So this doesn't seem that good at first, but digital weapons are very useful into elites and 8 wound teams, especially teams like Goldmongers, which have weird damage negation. So if you have 7 damage on the crit, all of a sudden you can one-shot Eldari teams. So you can only do this once per turning point. But more so, even 7 wound teams, you can knock someone down immediately to 6 wounds and kill them with a 6 damage crit. It's just very useful. Even into elites, knocking an elite down to 13 wounds can really mess up their breakpoints. So digital weapons are very, very useful, but it's a matchup specific weapon. Then you've got, oh my gosh, Screw Tavor Servofral. Once per turning point, during a friendly Deathwatch operative's activation, you can use this rule. If you do during the activation, the operative can perform a mission action for 1 less AP. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Having an enemy operative within its control range doesn't prevent that friendly operative performing that mission action. However, in such an instance, after it does so, you and your opponent roll off. If your opponent wins, you cannot use this equipment for the rest of the battle. This is ridiculous. They don't need this. Like, the way this would work, it should be once per game, like the Inquisition Skull, and you just delete the last part. Like, just say, if you use it within control range, it's just gone forever. Like, it's too good. This team, like, everyone's free APL, and they have a way to do -1 action points, mission actions, and they can do mission actions in control range. Remember, R. R is the word for this. The R is the letter for this entire kill team review. It's amazing. You always take the Servo Frau and the Bioscryer Cuffs. In specific matchups, you take the digital weapons, and then you probably take like light barricades. You can take maybe cracks, but you have a lot of equipment choices, especially if you take the leader. But they've got amazing faction equipment. Really good. Then you've got the designer's commentary, which tries to say this team is hard to play, which is you know, a definite take. I mean, you do have to remember they are only 5 operatives, right? But they are probably the best kill team in the game. But the designer's commentary will try and gaslight you into thinking this team is very balanced. Don't worry about it. Going over how to collect this kill team. So Deathwatch are sadly not really a 1-box kill team unless you're using magnets. So you will need 1 more Gravis body if you want to build all 3 Gravis operatives if you're not using magnets. So I managed to get a heavy intercessor off of eBay. So that's what I'm using for myself. But otherwise, you can build everything in the box sans the 3rd Gravis operative. Now, when it comes to kill team selection, generally I would recommend always taking the Watch Sergeant. The Watch Sergeant is just, at first I was like, you don't need to take him, but he gives you 2 free command points. He gives you a free strategy ploy and a free firefight ploy, and then he also gives you an extra equipment choice. And with the change to scouting, losing the ability to select extra equipment, just makes him really good. So you always take him. I think the Blade Master is someone you will generally take, especially into hordes. For example, into teams like Sanctifiers, he'll blend up. So like, let's go with a horde loadout. So you take the Watch Sergeant, you would take the Blade Master. I think you would still take the Disruptor. Then you would also probably take the Aegis, just because they can't kill him. And then I take the Demolisher, because the Demolisher has his Torrent Bolt Gun, which is 4/5, and also an Auxiliary Grenade Launcher. So that's a solid horde loadout. And into other elite kill teams, I would take the Watch Sergeant, the Blade Master, the Aegis. Then I would still take the Disruptor and probably the Head Taker. Because the Head Taker charging into a 14 wound team, if he's got 2 crits, he does 14 damage. And then even if with digital weapons, as long as he's got a crit and a hit, he will do 13 damage in one combat and kill an elite. You've got the Aegis, which just tanks all their stuff, and that's a very good loadout. Now, I know I've only given 2, but the key thing about Deathwatch is you've got a ton of operative selection, so you can kind of key into different opponents. Like, there's going to be one, you're going to have loadouts like into Eldari teams, 8-wound teams. You're going to kind of need to spec out, but those are the general loadouts. I think you're always taking the Watch Sergeant and Aegis. Those are like just so good. And I'm a big fan of the Disruptor for the delaying your activations by D6, and then also having the ability to give you a free non-obscuring shot. But that made me more into pro shooting teams and other elites. But otherwise, yeah, they're easy to collect, and you've got a lot of flexibility when it comes to selecting a kill team. So for the Deathwatch kill team overview, it's fine. It's fine. So from a thematic standpoint, Games Workshop have thematically captured how a Deathwatch kill team thematically plays in kill team. The best way I could compare it to is if you've ever seen the movie Marine rules that were written up in White Dwarf ages ago. That's what it feels like when you play this kill team. They really overestimated like how being 5 operatives is very limiting. This kill team is insane. Now, will take into mind, at the time they wrote this, they had on-launch Sanctifiers. They knew how powerful the rest of the game was, but that's the wrong way to approach game design. You shouldn't go, let's match the most broken stuff. You should just make it its own standpoint, knowing you're going to change it in the future. This kill team is so powerful, I think they beat on-launch Sanctifiers. They are insane. I think they even beat like on-launch Legionary and probably even Warp Coven. This team is very good. Oddly, they find Canoptic Circle a bit tough to play into, but this team is very good. They have damage negation. They have really powerful operatives that normally would just be like leaders in other kill teams. You don't even have to take your leader, but you always do. They are almost a one-box kill team. They're just very good. Like, they are going to be popular. They're going to be everywhere. And I don't blame people. They are very fun. People love playing Space Marines. But I would have just liked more restraint, right? As someone who has played and reviewed lots of other kill teams, it's like they took the best elements from other kill teams and then made it better. Like, for example, the Blade Master, its swirl attack really should have been free attacks. They do have limited reroll access, and they don't have stuff like, Purity Seals to force through attacks, but they're so good. They are so action efficient. They are so tough. They have damage negation. They have healing. Even with their gauntlets, you can't status them. You can't do anything to lock them down. So they're like elites you can't punish, which is very tough. This is going to be a very huge gatekeeping team, and they're probably not going to be touched for 3 to 6 months. So it's just disappointing that they couldn't balance them properly. But ignoring the balance side, they're really fun to play. They are very thematic. Games Workshop is on point with those thematic rules. If they had awards for writing thematicness, they'd be 10 out of 10. And yeah, it's nice Deathwatch are back. It's good to see them. Oddly, the Gravis operatives are really weird. I like how there was some restraint in them, but you can just rush down the opponent. Like, you can go full melee and just murder the opponent. Even with shooting, you can lock down. There's a lot of ways to like shut down the opponent, and it's just tough, right? I was really upset at first, like just disappointed upset, but now I'm just kind of like, they can't write balanced rules. They can't balance the game. That's my take. I'm going to cover it in a different video, but they're still really fun. They are an easy to collect kill team, and you're gonna see them everywhere. There's going to be a ton of Deathwatch players because Deathwatch are popular, Marines are popular. You're going to see different people switching their Chaos Marines to Deathwatch because they do destroy other elites. I'm not sure there's any elite that beats them now. The Aegis itself is a really good wall into other elites, like for example into Phobos. He's kind of hilarious because you can go like, sure, you can try, or the best you have is piercing 1. I don't care about that. I've got a 2-up armor save that you can't make worse. And just try it, bro. And he just runs up, right? And then just not solo, he solos a flank. And then they've got 4 other operatives. It's interesting. I'd like to be wrong, and hopefully I am wrong. But if I'm not, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And yeah, you know, despite my misgivings on balance, it's a very interesting team to approach because you do have a lot of operative selection. So you, as I covered in the collecting part of the video, you have a lot of ways to approach kill teams. So you will get a lot of fun going like how you correctly configure your kill team into your opponent. So you can mix and match and really find out what works. And your operatives are so good, you can find like, it's really weird. You kind of want to take a lot because they're so good. But operatives that you think would only take into hordes actually do a lot better into others. Like even the head taker is, not the head taker, the blade master is pretty solid. Like it's great into 8 wound teams, but he can even do well into elites, especially with digital weapons. It's a very interesting kill team. So at least from like the collecting standpoint and the tactical standpoint, you have a lot of ways to approach every game to make it quite different. And then you've got the painting avenue, so you can paint them all up. I'm in an R-ing whether I paint them up as Deathwatch or I paint them up as individual Marines, like from individual chapters. So you've got a lot of ways to approach it. So there is a lot of good to take. Would I recommend this kill team? Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. If you're a new player, you'll love this kill team because it's easy to collect, it's fun, it's strong. If you're a competitive player, it's good. It's great. Immediate S tier. Amazing. Take this kill team. Really good. So everyone's a winner. But that's pretty much it from me today. Please remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Let me know what you thought of this video. Is it fine? You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And remember, I've got a Discord you can check out for free in the episode description below, and a affiliate code on my games, and a affiliate link to Discord at Crossfire Games, and a Patreon if you want to give me some more support. I'm just going to quick shout out my patrons. So for my adults of the crit, I have Tom, the Houston Toad, Super Cow, Nick, Mr. Meatwad, Marshall, Lucas, Graham, Fangzu, Draken, Dan, Dada Goldens, Chris, Alex, Amorphium, and Alexis. So thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me and helps support the channel. But yeah, I also have reviews on Canoptic Circle, Approved Ops, all that kind of stuff. This team is cracked. It's cracked. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm on acceptance. I've reached the stage of acceptance. It is fine. I'm trying to be more positive because there's a lot of negativity going around. So hopefully my little like explanation during the overview wasn't too disheartening for people. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But they're very cool to kill team. I want to play them, but I won't because I know they'll be everywhere. I'm like I'm like a hipster, so I'll figure out. But they're a very cool kill team. Remember, no matter how hard Deathwatch is, and they're so hard, you always have a chance to win as long as you can roll a crit.